Hello, my name is Shilpa. Today we are going to discuss the topic meaningful assessment for meaningful learning. Before I begin the topic, we will understand what is the meaning of assessment. Assessment means knowing the child inside out and finding out about its ability, its knowledge, the skill, the belief one child possesses, and finding out what else is required, what effort is required to enhance the ability, the knowledge, the skills in which the child is lacking. Now, the next word that we are going to understand is learning. What is learning? It's basically a concept to understand that whatever the child has understood is not just the mugged up or rote learning. It is based on conceptual thinking, his logical building. The one can easily correlate the real world or the surroundings, the situation with the concept which the child has learned. So it's not just the theory based, it's also the practical form of learning which the child is absorbing and understanding. Now we are going to understand the different forms of meaningful learning. Here we are going to discuss the 5: active, constructive, cooperative, authentic and intentional. Now first one is active learning. What is active learning? Active learning is something which is done by doing. Now here this particular learning helps in developing the skills, the knowledge, the interactive, helps the student to interact with the environment. So basically this is considered as an interactive learning, which is also called as active learning, because here the one is learning by doing all the activities. The second one is the constructive, which is done by reflecting. Now reflective means that when the child has already performed some activity here in the active, now the effect of it is getting reflected in the constructive, right? Constructive is shown in the action, in the work which the child is doing. So this increases the experience of the child while the child is doing something. So here the relationship is getting built between the knowledge and the experience under constructive learning. The third one is cooperative, which is done by collaborative or communication. Now communication is very important, because when the child communicates with others, is able to understand the surroundings very well, the concepts, the knowledge, the information, the facts very well, because it is an give and take policy where the child is not just giving but absorbing the things in return also. And since it is communicative, it gives the hope to the conversation more and more. So this increases basically the collaborative learning. This increases the knowledge based building learning in the child. Next one is the authentic, which the child usually learns in the schools. In schools, basically those principles, theories are taught which are given usually in the books. Now sometimes the child fails in connecting with those theories in the real world. So authentic learning helps the child in understanding those concepts very well and connecting those concepts with the real world situation, with the real world issues, with their life issues which they face on the regular basis. So when they are able to connect with it, the understanding level increases. They become more logical. Their solution power increases. Their thinking ability increases in that way. So, and the last one is intentional, which is called as goal oriented. Now what is goal oriented? As we human behavior, we always look forward towards the growth, and growth can only come when we are putting efforts in more and more learning. So here this particular intentional learning is helping the child to understand that goal, to achieve the goal they need to grow for it, right? And since it's a human behavior that at the end they go forward towards the pre-decided goals. So learning helps here in reaching to their goals which is already decided by them. Now this was the learning, and coming on to the assessments. Now how the assessments can be done? Now we as a teacher, there are different ways of assessments, and the assessment varies from student to student, right? But there are certain common platforms which can be used for the child's assessment. Is the first objective of assessment is that every child must improve in their learning, right? Whether they are learning it from book, whether they are learning it with the help of the fun activities, or individually they are working in the team or with the team, and they are working under stress or under motivation, but there is a constant learning. So the first motive is that their learning should improve. Now how that can be done? It can be done through reteaching, or the teacher can change the pattern of teaching. The one can analyze by seeing the child's current situation. After that is the evaluation. Now when the teaching part is over, now it is important to check that how much the child has actually understood, what needs to be find out that one can learn, write, read, or can go with the logical thinking, right? Because these are certain patterns by which the evaluation can be done. Now with different grades, the evaluation changes. This is just a common platform for all the children to go with the assessments, but there are tests which can be done. It can be project based, it can be activity based. The evaluation can be done on the regular basis. When we have classroom tests, we have periodical tests, assessment tests, annual exams. So there are many ways through which these assessments, these evaluation can be done. Then helps in taking the feedback. Now assessment again helps in understanding the understanding level of the child, that when the teacher has actually made the concept, understood the children, how much they have the individual has grasped it, understood with the course. So feedback is equally important. Then assessment not just only find out the weaknesses and strengths of the child, but it also helps them in understanding and learning from their mistakes, which is very important, because mistakes brings the depression level, the stress level in the students, especially when they are working really hard. So assessment helps the child in understanding where they have made the mistakes, where there is a scope for their more betterment, for their improvement, where they need to focus more, so that these mistakes should not get repeated again in the future. Then motivates the students for studying hard, and that can be paid off in their rewards. Now mistakes and rewards go hand in hand. When they are learning not from their mistakes, they evenly learn from their they are getting more motivated that if they do better work, definitely they'll get rewarded. So that's what's the topic today. Thank you.